guys, Sandy here. Welcome to my pattern reading class. Today we are going to discuss the four big US patterns. There's Vogue, Butterick, McCall's, and Simplicity. And we're going to look at the back of the patterns and try to figure out what they're trying to tell us, look at all the information so we can make the best decision when we're at the fabric store or when we're sitting in front of our computer ordering fabric online. We can look at the pattern and make a determination of exactly what we want and how we're going to get there. There's lots of great information on the back of the pattern. We just need to know how to read it. So the first pattern we're going to talk about today is a Simplicity 5562, and these are just patterns that I have in my stash. And this is a pretty simple, it's a 6 drawstring bottoms made easy. So it's a pant pattern. It has 6 different options. So there's a lot going on in the back of the pattern that we have to discuss. The next pattern that we're going to discuss, and I want to show you something quick. I keep my patterns in ziploc baggies because once you pull all the pattern pieces out, you can never get them back in again. So it's much easier to store your patterns this way, because then you can put muslins and notes and all the tissue paper, and you don't have to worry about getting it folded back into this little square. So we're going to look at a McCall's pattern. This one happens to be McCall's 7729. It's a denim jacket. It has 4 different versions, and on the back it will show you the front and the back of the pattern. So we're going to look at the back of this jacket pattern and determine what we need for important measurements for purchasing our fabric at the store. The other one we're going to look at a butterick. So we're going to take a spin through all the big 4. Okay, now we're going to take a look at butterick. This is our third one through the big 4, and we are going to do butterick 5415. All right, it's a cute little dress. It is close fitting with darts. So that's going to change the way we measure this dress. So we're going to look at the back because measurements are going to be important to determine what size to start with. I mean, our goal is to get to the fabric store or get online, purchase the right amount of fabric, make sure we have all the notions that we need, and also purchase a muslin or a very inexpensive fabric that is similar to the weight of your fashion fabric, because you want to make a practice garment. Before you cut into your really nice fashion fabric, you want to make a practice garment. Now, sometimes these practice garments tend to be wearable, but sometimes they are totally not wearable because you're cutting them up and slicing and dicing them, and we'll cover alterations in another video, in another class. But right now, what I want to make sure you do is at least make a muslin that's going to fit appropriately from the start, and then the small tweaks that come afterwards are pretty easy to fix. Sometimes we add huge tweaks, but in general, if you can get a muslin for something that isn't super fitted, you can get a muslin and get it started on the right path right from the beginning, then you're going to have a more successful sewing adventure and a better fitting garment. Now we're going to look at the last one, which is Vogue. This happens to be a designer Vogue. It's Vogue 1595. It's a Bagley Mishka. It's just the dress. This is a one-piece dress, but it's super fitted around the waist. The rest of the dress tends to be a little loose, but this one's super fitted at the waistline. It's got darts there. So we're going to talk about measuring these patterns and how to make sure that we get the right size, or how to grade from size to size. Anyway, at least to plan that way of grading from side to side.